y'all? Welcome to the Weekend High Podcast. It's your boy KZ. I got my man CT and my guy McSwag. We back. Well, actually, I'm not even gonna say we back. This is our first episode. We dropped the episode. We kind of took it back, man, because we couldn't put that. It was just we was all over the damn place.
Yeah, we have
But I
to take
hope
a
y'all
moment
doing
to get
good.
that out.
Yeah, man. Hope y'all doing good this weekend. This podcast is the Weekend High Podcast, and we just trying to get you to a higher level and to enjoy your weekend. And first off, first things first. I just want to say what's up to my two partners, and how's y'all week? How was y'all week? How was the week this week for you?
Yeah, this week was cool for me, man. You know, son moved back in the house, so I got my whole family. Everything's good. Everybody's happy. Good news around my land.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, for me, kind of a lot of mental stress right there. I want to tell y'all, take care of your mental. Don't spend your time drinking anyway.
Yeah. Hey, that's what the weekend. Hey, that's what the weekend is about: getting it right and everything, and reflecting on your week, and seeing, going through your mind and trying to get things right. But like one thing I want to ask y'all, since we all brothers, and we how do you decide what voice to listen to on your road to success? Like, what I mean by what voice to listen to, because you always got a voice that's like, okay, I can do this shit, man. Hell yeah, I'm learning. This ain't nothing. I can learn this bullshit. And then you got another voice like, man, I can't do this shit. You could be on your, you know what I'm saying? You could be on your way in the interview, be like, man, I know I'm about to kill this interview, man. They about to give me this job. And then you hear a voice in your head like, nigga, they ain't not about to hire your black ass. They is not about, you ain't about to get this shit. You don't know how to do this shit. So how do you balance that? How do you get through that? Because I know, Chris, right now you going through something. You going to school right now in cybersecurity and stuff, and going through some bumps and bruises along the way. So we, of course, we encourage you to keep on. But how do you deal with that?
For me right now, it's building on your camp, your community, the people that surround you. Just trying to get enough mental. It's hard to describe. Just trying to get it all together mentally, so you can just keep moving forwards and keep going, so you can reach your goal. Because without your camp, it ain't gonna happen. Individually, I'm all stressed out. I can't handle it.
Okay.
It's like,
I'm stressed out. Oh, stressed head ass nigga.
yeah,
but
but like
I really know
me,
how it feels.
hey, for me, I try to just go with a balanced approach. You know, as confident as I might feel, I got that much trepidation. So it's like, I go in and just make sure I'm prepared to do something different. I try not to be cliche when I'm trying to step the game up, but it's all about balance, man. Balance.
Okay.
Angst is good if you got that much confidence.
And really trying to think about the difference you can make for yourself, your family, and everybody else around you. I know it's not a lot of people in my field in cybersecurity that looks like me, and I'm just trying to really get this done and help others that may be interested as well. There's like, hey, I don't know anything about this at all, and I can introduce this to some people.
That's what's up. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do as black men, especially we black men in our 40s. We coming on up there, coming around the damn mountain. And but I would say, as far as dealing with things, because you do hear those voices. So I would say just try to basically ignore those voices. Try to spend more time with your loved ones. If you going through a tough time, or your friends, talk some shit, have a drink, have a smoke, whatever you do, and try to find something to relax to. And speaking relaxing. A lot of times we like to relax, watch TV and show. I said TVs. We like to watch TVs and shows and shit.
TVs.
Them TVs down there. You know what I'm saying? We like to watch TVs and shows and stuff. But just to relax and stuff. But we gonna keep, hey y'all viewers, hit the like button, subscribe, but also, you know what I'm saying, look out for your guy CT, man. We're gonna keep encouraging him to keep on and to finish that that degree, that certificate, so he can come back. In the end, if y'all ever need cybersecurity help, he'd be the man to go to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But speaking of laying back and stuff, man, I had a rough week this week. I'm gonna talk about this week, man. I actually did a new stand-up, man, and I went to stand up out here, and I hadn't been on the stage in a long time, and they pretty much made beef jerky up out my ass as
Oh
at the
man.
time. You know what I'm saying? It didn't go well. No, but no. It went well though. I got laughs more, some more laughs than other comedians. Other comedians, they didn't get no laughs. I got like half laughs, and then the crowd turned on me. They was with me and they turned on my black ass quick as hell. But I had a dream about that too. I just keep seeing the crowd looking at me and stuff like that too. So I just got, man, it was a rough crowd. But it was a story that stuck out to me, y'all. It's by Miss Tina Turner. Miss Tina Turner, she has just sold her catalog for $50 million. And I want to ask you brothers, is the price of living, you know what I'm saying, the cost of living causing, stars to go crazy, stars selling off they wealth because Lil Wayne sold off some of his. So is it just tight right now that motherfuckers just selling their shit for 50 million? Because you think Tina Turner, you think her catalog will go way more than $50 million. Right. But yeah, Miss Tina Turner, she basically sold it off for 50 million, and or maybe that was just her number. She felt like, okay, if I get 50 million, you know what I'm saying, I'm good, for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna blow through that. But I would think her stuff would at least sell for 100 million. So what's your thoughts on it, fellas?
Well, I know Tina is living overseas in Europe and married and all that, but I can see that her catalog would go for way more than that. That's just really lowballing it right there.
You think?
I don't know. I'm not upset by that number for Tina Turner because I love Tina, but I think Tina was the first to do something. And when you're first, you're a pioneer. Right. But tell me, besides Proud Mary and Private Dancer, name me two more Tina Turner.
My favorite was the Thunderdome.
What's love got to do with it?
Name one.
That's a big one. What's love got to do with it? And she had another one. Damn, what is that damn song?
But with that,
Private Dancer, yeah, Private Dancer, of course.
Private Dancer, Proud Mary, and then of course you got What's Love.
I think every time I think of Tina Turner, I keep thinking of Angela Bassett. Though it's like I got to get past that.
Yeah.
And you say you don't see Tina, all you see is Angela Bassett. Hell yeah, that is crazy because it's like you think about it, like damn, that's. But nah, I'm thinking like damn, that times is rough. That maybe 50 million was just her number, and she like I said, still
$50, $50 million to buy anime a lot of cake.
Yeah, it sure will. I'm thinking like I wonder is the reason that what if the reason that she's getting a low number is because Ike Turner's estate gets a piece of that. Because remember, he was the production on a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That could be true. So, yeah, that's true. I was
maybe wondering, that's the reason.
Yeah, I was wondering if the songs that she recorded with Ike, if all that's going to his estate, and that's probably why. Because most of her hits came from that era.
Yeah, and he wrote all them joints.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think people give Ike a lot of musical credit because they just like, man, he's whooping her ass, which he was. He was beating that ass.
He was a star maker, man. Hey, Ike Turner was a star maker.
I think whooping. It was a lot of ass whoopers that made star. Joe Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Ike Turner.
R.
Them
Kelly.
niggas whoop your ass to stardom.
hey,
Whoop your
hey,
ass.
hey! I wonder if the bar just got whoopings.
You know what? I
The
wouldn't doubt
jail.
it, man. On some real stuff, I would not doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Um, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. The DeBar. No, you know what? They DeBar just was getting beat because they father's a white dude, but he was abusive and shit. He
Really.
True.
hell yeah, that's well documented.
At the end of the day, though, I'm satisfied with Tina Turner getting 50 for her body of work.
Yeah, I think 50 is good. I think she should at least got 80 though. I think she at least should have got 80.
50 was good. I mean, you don't see her doing verses. I don't think she can. I'm just saying 50 mil. I don't know. That's a lot for a
I
legacy.
mean, yeah. I think they kind of lowballed her a little bit, but you know what? But now when you think about Michael Jackson catalog compared to hers or somebody like that, it's like, yeah, 50 probably is a good enough, decent number for.
but
I mean, it's a nice round number.
Mhm.
but for me, the thing about her is she should have thought about the future for her children, grandkids, all the aboves. That's generational wealth right there. And she
Yeah,
passed it off and sold it.
yeah, that's true. That's true. This general, yeah.
Then
Well,
she might also be going through some kind of strife to where she need the money now.
yeah, that shit,
I
because
mean,
she try to
uh,
live like a diva and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't ran out. That diva bag didn't ran kind of low. She like, shit, I gotta get.
And that she doesn't do any touring at all. Doesn't
Hell
do
no.
any type of concerts. So that's it.
Hell
they
no.
still got them legs though. I don't care.
Yeah, she
Got
sure do. She still got them
legs.
legs. Well, fellas, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go since we talk about Tina Turner, we're gonna keep it entertainment for y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And we're gonna go right to what everybody is talking about. Mr. Dave Chappelle had a new comedy special, The Closer, and my man's gonna tell y'all a little bit about what happened with it.
Man, the closer, it was the last of 6 shows he did with Netflix. He said this the last stand-up he's gonna do for a minute. So I'm really wondering if maybe he's gonna shift into the Chappelle show mode because he has it now and he's gonna do it with Netflix. So I'm wondering if he's gonna go into that. But the closer was real nice. He had some good jokes, some good jokes, but he really kind of summarized and then concluded with the transgender group. You know, he went hard, but he kind of explained, and then he called back Daphne from an earlier stand up in his Netflix run, and said that she killed herself.
Mm. Yeah, I saw that part. I saw the stand up. Yeah, that was kind of genius how you know the crazy part was not the fact that his trans friend killed herself, but the fact that she stuck up for Dave, and then the gay community turned on her. You know what I'm
They
saying?
turned, man, they ravaged her.
Ain't that some shit? They turned on their own because she stood up for the brother. That's crazy, man. Chris,
Yeah,
did you
but
get to check it
I
out?
like.
Yes, I did, man. It was just, I really find it very hard. Like, no matter what you do as a black man, only thing that matters is your sexual orientation. None of that matters. Like, you gay first and your race comes second. How do y'all feel
Guess
about that?
so. I guess so. A lot of them it's like that. Yeah, because right now, um, don't you got some more? Do you got this info swag that right now they got this the National Black I can't think of what they call National Black Trans Association. Don't quote me on this, guys. But they're trying to come at Dave. They want to have his
Yeah,
Netflix special
they trying
taken
to get
down.
him out of there. They trying to get him out there, but I don't think it's going to happen.
And he had a good response yesterday at the Hollywood Bowl. His concert was sold out, so people don't want him gone.
True.
And
Fact.
he right in a territory. I mean, Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, he didn't already basically he completed that's his last one with Netflix anyway. So if Netflix ain't about to take it down, they got to get that paper.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what I'm
that's
saying?
one on this contract. He gonna probably do a show, good 2-3 seasons, and then I think they'll probably pay more for a stream because they're gonna give him a bag. Amazon just gave Eddie Murphy a bag for projects.
Right.
I don't know if a stand up is in that, but for real, after this run of Netflix gigs, this Netflix run for Dave Chappelle definitely to me has concreted him into the Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedy. I mean, I ain't gonna go into that today, but I feel like his legacy is sealed on that. Ain't nothing he can do stand up in his career. I think that can pull him out of that. Somebody got to jump up in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a matter of fact. I got it. It's the National Black Justice Coalition is asking Netflix to pull Dave Chappelle's The Closer special over comments deemed transphobic. But yeah, man, they going too far with this, man. And that's the whole point of making the specials. Now, if you link up all those specials together, it's like a theme if you get going. But that Sticks and Stones, it's that bad boy is that's the truth right there. But
yeah. That put him into a different echelon.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about the special. Now, it was some things Dave said that I didn't really care for. I thought, I felt like he was trying he was trying to be a little PC with it. When he was saying he was talking about all these videos of Asian black people beating up Asians. I'm like, come on, Dave. Nah, that's fake news. That shit is fake, man. Half of the
I feel like that was
they have them, Bill. But the thing is the people that is actually committing those crimes, they not foundational Black Americans or ADOS. They're foreigners. And then it's rumored. I'm gonna say this: it is rumored or alleged that those people were paid by the police to do those things. Is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? Like tinfoil kufi time. They was paid by the police to do those things. Cause think about it. Why would and it was random as hell. Why would black people just run up to Asian people randomly? Black people don't do that shit. We don't do that shit. We eat fucking Chinese food and you know what I'm saying, watch Bruce Lee films and I in that time when they were saying all this Asian hate, I was coming in so many contact with Asian people. And guess what? It was all love. We would like, hey, how you doing? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be jogging, walking on a little trail in the white and Asian people. I'd be thinking, like, man, watch, they're gonna be scared because they think, it's the Asian hate time and I'm black, so they're gonna be scared. And they look at me and I just like, hey, what's up? Yeah, they be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of that shit is propaganda. Think about it.
Ain't us, though. It really ain't us. As long as we eat no orange chicken and General Tso's, we cool. No, exactly. but I think he used that black one to kind of go with this joke of his body beating the coronavirus, beating up Asian people. And when he said it was going on,
that was it. Yeah, that was a good setup for that joke. Because still this is all still in the context of comedy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I like that setup. That setup was dope as hell. He was like, "That's what my insides are doing."
Yeah, and it's going inside my body.
So I did like that, but I'm just saying that I just didn't like that part highlighted because that other people will use that as a talking point and be like, see, even Dave Chappelle said black people just be beating on Asian people, but that's what they use, that propaganda to get that bill passed, and yet Black Americans, we still don't have a hate crime bill passed for us.
Nope.
All right, but no.
Damn.
Yeah, we don't even have one, but
overall, did you hear about Smoking Joe walking out the room on that?
Yeah, exactly. Overall, and that brings me to my next thing. Yeah, Smoking Joe, your boy Smoking Joe Biden. I call him. He looked like that South Park character. You know, the one that played like the teacher with the glasses with the
Yeah.
little.
Oh,
He
Mr.
looked.
Messenger, the
Yeah,
bad.
he looked just like that motherfucker, man. Like damn that. Now I'm like, man, what do I know Joe Biden from? I know that nigga from South Park. You know what I'm saying? That nigga. I know that motherfucker from South Park. But
Yeah, he
yeah,
looked like he used to be an extra on a Tang commercial.
dude, that man, he got. I don't know. It's like he's like people say he's a robot, dude. He ain't even real no more, man. That dude. Um, he my bad, y'all. He Joe. I don't know what he is. He's just like an old feeble man to me. I don't even look at him as
I
anything.
He an
can
old
guarantee
people
you he's
racist.
not.
That's what it is. But it is what it is.
I mean, I'm not saying good or bad. I mean, yeah, it's just like I don't even pay attention to Joe Biden no more. I
Can
mean,
y'all actually see him doing a second term?
hell no.
Hell no.
Hey, where's the what's her name? Kamala Harris. She been.
She lacing her chucks up and her
Oh,
chucks and pearls up.
Come
Yeah,
on now.
she's
Leave them
somewhere in the
checks
line getting
alone.
her. She dancing with the AK.
I mean,
She's ski weeing. Ski wee.
she went on the View, and then they got them two that was really gonna give her the business. They said they had positive COVID tests, but it was right back on Monday talking about it was a false positive. They said, "No, we ain't going. We ain't having her on there with them
Mm,
two on that day."
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh yeah, with the UN basically there was a reparations. Basically, there was an article. The reparations draw UN scrutiny, but those who pay say little. So basically, more than a year after Black Lives Matter protests launched a worldwide reckoning about the centuries of racism that Black people continue to face, the question of reparations emerged and unevenly as high-profile issues of this year's largest gathering of world leaders. It said that at the UN General Assembly, African and Caribbean countries that stand to benefit from reparations were backed by other nations, though those most responsible for slavery and colonialism said little about what they might owe to African descendants. So, of course, once again, and then it was alleged and rumored that Joe Biden was at that UN, and when they went to they started talking about reparations and racism, he like walked out. I can't confirm that. I did try to confirm that. I haven't been able to confirm it, so it definitely is alleged. But the other information I did give to you, that is from the Associated Press, and but yeah, they said basically that he walked on out, and they said not only him but a lot of world leaders that I think UK too. Don't quote me once again. Alleged,
Really?
not confirmed. That they walked out too. So basically the countries that were most had most to gain from all this racism and slavery and shit. They like, man, they ain't come to the meeting and shit.
They're not trying to hear any of that at all. I mean,
No.
I can tell you that nobody's going to try and press for reparations. I don't care who is in office. Even here in California, Gavin Newsom tried to press for reparations, and they really tried to blackball it. And like, we're not trying to hear that at all. And the whole Black Caucus here in California, they're really pushing for it. And for me, we need people like Karen Bass, local leaders like that, to really start pushing for that. Once she gets in office, she's running for mayor here in Los Angeles, and we need somebody to actually Black that's going to be a governor to really start pushing for that. And then they need everybody else, the world leaders, to start really hearing like, okay, this is a thing that really needs to happen. And I don't care how you pay it. It can be Bitcoin, anything. Just pay it. Just do it.
Hey, that was gonna be my next question. What would be fair in reparations? What would you look for?
Oh, that's a good question. For me, as far as reparations, I would say tangible things such as this is what we need. This is my reparations package. I believe we need African Americans because we need the economic wealth gap to come together. So we definitely need to check. We need to check. And I think that check amount, I would be happy with anything from $250,000 and up. Now 250, that to some people they said, oh, that's a lot, but that really ain't a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot taken from us, and then you got to think maturity over the years too. You know what I'm saying? So I would say
Yeah.
at the lowest 200 each. I would say if they could do anything, all eight of those Foundation of Black Americans, 250 each, plus apply to land, a land deed, some kind of land deed, plus some kind of non-taxation, just like the Indians have, the Native American, even though we are black, they are Black American Indians. That's Foundation of Black Americans, but so we need a tax break. I think we should be given a tax break for at least maybe 50 to 100 years.
About 300.
I mean, I'm just saying,
A day for a day, but I honestly think it should start or could start with school loan amnesty for descendants of slaves,
Yeah.
right? School loan amnesty, a discount on real estate that's just written in the books, and I haven't come together with a good price point, which will tie it all together. But I think school loan amnesty, a discount on real estate or land. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me my land, but I'll take it on the cheap. Let me buy it like y'all buy it. You know what I'm
no, they
saying?
owe it. That was taken from you. So I don't want to discount on no land. Don't give me my land. How you gonna discount something that was stolen from me? That's like me steal something out your house and then say, "Hey, I sell it back to you for a discount." No.
Yeah,
And,
that's fair. That's
and,
fair. That's fair.
and speaking of that, here locally in California, there was a plot of land taken from a family. I don't know if you guys heard of that. It's called Bruce
Bruce
Beach,
Beach.
and they recently just got that land back. And I believe that land is worth maybe $80 million.
Yeah, I heard 75, 80 $80 million. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
that land is going back to the descendants.
And they getting
Now,
a tax break on it.
yeah. Now,
There
if
you
you
go.
think about this, when other races were affected, I'm going to go to World War II when the Japanese families were put into internment camps. When this was over, they got a form of payment for when they was in that camp. And what did they do with that money? They used that money to build a community.
Mm-hmm.
What
Right.
is African Americans getting? Nothing.
Nothing.
You said
Yep.
just build from within.
See,
Get a nice.
that's the only reason. I think that's good. I think what Swag said about education should be included in the package. But I
Yeah.
don't always say education because education, that's just like education is good, but that's setting you up to work for them again. You get what I'm saying? We need to build our own generational well, like they because they quick to give us education. You know why? Because it doesn't cost them anything. It's like, oh shit, we'll give you some education. But what was
And
dope was,
that's how to operate within their construct. You know what I
but
mean?
yeah, but what was dope was I found out there's some actual colleges out east that are actually paying reparations to that, like it was like slaves that helped build the university. So they sought out the descendants of the people who helped build it, and they paying them. Now it's not a lot. I think they paying them like 5,000 a year, like
Damn.
5 racks a year. For life though, they gonna get like 5 racks a year for life or something. I mean, it's not a lot, but still, it's something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And the Jack Daniels estate, they got some reparations for for the descendants of the guy Uncle Nearest that actually made the recipes for the Jack Daniels. The recipe number 7 is a famous one, but there are some Uncle Nearest recipes. All the proceeds from that Uncle Nearest uh, flavor of Jack Daniels go toward his estate, his family. All his descendants are broken off, and that's the closest things to reparations that I've seen here. In the U.S. on U.S. soil.
yeah. And speaking, hey, to piggyback off that, Swag, because I, like you said, I know education is concerned. Did you see your boy Smoking Joe? He peeled back the funding for the HBCUs. They was getting 250 billion or something a year, and now they took it back down to like 5 billion a year.
Down
No,
and
2 billion
fucking
a
down?
year.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. They brought it
Damn.
down by like 85 because Trump, I did, but Trump brought that motherfucker up to like 200 because he said that he said he didn't like the fact that he had to come every year and beg for money. So he's like, man, I'm gonna kick it up to 250 mil. And now I'm like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter, no MAGA, nothing, but I'm for whatever's for black people, I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? If it's something tangible like that, I'm like, shit, give it to us. I don't care who it's, but but Joe, they put a legislation in to bring it all the way back down to like 2 million. So
And I think
Well,
people
yeah.
really need to know this because when every time people go to the ballot, you think, "Oh, I'm voting Democrat because this person is going to support us." In actuality, he's not. He used a black face, which is not helping us at all.
hell no, yeah,
That's our use Kamala Harris just to get in office.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
and then they wouldn't even give Ice Cube a conversation, any FaceTime with his agenda for Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? And then the Republicans sat down and talked to Cube. They jumped on Cube for that, but I thought it was forward thinking myself.
I did too. I mean,
Brother
Hey,
Ice
yeah, he
Cube
did. He did Kamala like school days. He like go out there and get them niggas. He said, "Be the light skinned girl go out there." She was out there
said
stepping and shit.
campaign, nigga,
He was out there
campaign.
stepping. She was on that bitch stepping and doing chucks and pearls and all that shit. And then now you can't even find her motherfucking ass. He and Joe don't even fuck with her. But no, actually, let me get my story right there. I'm gonna get the number right. HBCUs lost 50 million when the Department of Education made it more difficult to acquire the plus loans now that many schools relied on. So now they're going down to like 2 million or something like that. And it says HBCU retention rates keeping students in school year after year are lower than predominantly white institutions. So that funding they really needed to keep, because we went to I went to HBCU, me and Chris, and it was hard. It's hard to get that funding, man. A lot of parents, a lot of kids don't come from homes where they can afford it. They might be the first person in their whole family to go to college, and they trying to. I mean, and it could be a cheap HBCU, but still, that's still money, a lump sum of money you got to come up with. You know what I'm saying? If all your loans and stuff don't get paid, or you might be on campus, they put your ass out the door because you ain't got enough money for it. So yeah, the next candidate we get in office, if like I say, I'm voting for anybody who doing something for Black people that's tangible and that's gonna help us because we need money. We need a lot of other stuff, but I'm telling you, money is gonna make things a lot better because when you have wealth, you can pass that down. wealth
Putting
brings
money in
crime
equity.
wealth brings crime rates down. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Wealth, they talk about the crime rate. Look at all the motherfuckers getting killed in Chicago. Da, da, da. They quick to say that shit, but then give reparations and get them brothers in Chicago reparations and see how many murders really getting done. Not because if everybody got a nice piece, because I know somebody will say, well, you know what, they'll probably take the money and rob somebody, but anybody with good common sense, if you comfortable, your family is fed, you ain't. They doing it because they don't have, but when you got, and then now you could build. What, man? Come on.
Man.
It'll be too many barber shops and shit, and it'd be 50 a whole block of barber shop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might start doing the
Yeah.
same stuff, car detail, whatever it is. But still, think about that. If every Black person got for the reparations for not everybody, I mean, ADOS and Foundational Blacks got 200, at least 250,000.
and
Man,
explain what ADOS means for people that don't know.
oh, that's American descendants of slaves, and then FBA is Foundational Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? So,
Go.
we went on my a tinfoil koofy tangent. I'm gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back and um
Yeah, we
we're gonna
got
bring
out
it
there.
back.
We
I'm
got
gonna bring it back one of Swag's topics, or I forgot one of y'all. What about, I know y'all heard about Kanye. He got the Donda Academy named after his
yeah,
mother.
yep. So Kanye West, he's starting a new it's called the Donda Academy, and basically he's the LeBron of rhyme. So he started a school, and he already has 4 blue chip recruits from different classes, like 2000. The class he has 2 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman that are in the top 100 of their class.
Yeah, I heard he got them dogs. Yeah, I heard that Kanye got them dogs. Like they is signing up left and right to
Yeah.
sign with him. And
Yep.
like I've heard, and what kind of school is it, like as far as the academy? Did they
Okay.
specialize in any?
So it's going to be a tuition-free private K through 12 school, and I mean he has Zion Cruz, Jackie Howard. Robert Dillingham, and Jalen Hooks. Now,
So
now, 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 Cruz is considered one of the 30 best players in the class of 2022, which is junior this year, right? And so, senior, I mean. And then he has scholarship offers from Auburn, Memphis, and Ohio State. And then Howard, he won't graduate till 2024, but he's already being pursued by Florida, Florida State, and LSU.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
so
Dillingham, huh? Go ahead.
so I think this school is really good because I heard it's going to be local here out in Simi Valley, and it's going to like the basketball team is going to rival major schools like Sierra Canyon. So that's a plus. I think.
That's where LeBron's son go, ain't it?
Exactly.
Mm. Ain't it I'm sorry, I'm saying ain't it. You know, don't talk bad about me in the comments. I'm just
Hey, I got the
I'm with
information.
family right now. So y'all the family, y'all watching, and I'm with family. So but hey, I heard it's a tech school, isn't it like a tech magnet school or something?
Well, it's a private school.
But they specialize in tech like coding and stuff, because I was hearing like that was one of the big draws to it, that like he was specializing like not only the basketball but like in coding, teaching the kids coding, which we need.
Yeah, coding, man. Coding is big. They have quite a few little programs for kids to learn coding. I know my son Miles, he was learning coding at the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
Shout
huge,
out to the
man.
Boys and Girls Club of America.
Boys and Girls Club. Shout out to GQ for that article where I got that information.
That's
And
what's
press
up.
like and subscribe, y'all. And the
Yes.
notification bell if you got the juice. Share it. Do what you
Yes.
want. It's free.
Hey,
So
you know what? Speaking of Kanye school, it's another person who has started a school. He's a basketball great, one of your favorites actually, Swag. Archibald, Tiny Archibald, has started a school. Yeah, he started an academy. But this is the thing about his academy: it's a big time, basketball program like Donda. I like all these brothers starting schools, but his is specializing in not only being a basketball player, but being behind basketball, being a GM. So, like, if your kid went to school there, he would learn what a GM learns. He would learn how to be a scout. All the NBA, because they say basically one NBA draft employs 100 people. So think about it. Yeah, each player employs equals 100 employees. Those are 100 jobs. So that's very smart of Tiny Archibald to go ahead and not only have a basketball academy, but think about it. Every brother is not going to be like, LeBron or be the top pick in the NBA. But think about it. If you go into school and you learn how to run a team, run a
management, yeah, coaching.
executive.
Yeah.
What? And you're in high school learning this? Come, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
you're
big
ready.
stuff. That's what we got to do, man. We got to teach the youth, and show them different things. Like I said, everybody, that a lot of people don't think out the box. They're like, man, you know what? Even though if I'm not like LeBron, shit, I could be goddamn like Magic Johnson. Well, not like Magic like that way, but you know what I mean? Like be like a business.
Yeah.
I could be like Magic and shit.
And like Keyshawn Johnson, because a lot of people don't know Keyshawn Johnson was riding the same wave as Magic Johnson. He owned lots of businesses out here. Excuse my California link of my businesses. But yes, he owned a lot of businesses locally and restaurants, and no matter what, it's just anything he wanted to give back to his community. And that's what it's about. Getting education, getting money, and giving back to your community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what segues us back to Big Swag. And Swag, it's a big NBA story breaking. Go ahead, break it to us.
All right. So there's been 17 former players and one of their wives have been arrested after an indictment for a $4 health care fraud scheme. And I mean, it's some people. It's kind of like the reserve, all-time reserve team, but
All-time reserve
I mean,
team.
there's a few names on there, like Big Baby Davis. You know, he was in Boston for a while.
Big Baby.
Sebastian, what's up?
No, I was saying Big Baby, boy. I said that nigga. I was just saying Big
Baby don't shoot.
Man.
Oh man, but I don't know. That's wild, man. It's crazy. So anyway, Greg Smith, he's one of the bigger names. He's been out of the NBA for about 2 years, and then when former power forward of the Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks. Now he actually lives thousands of miles from California, playing basketball in Taiwan, but they had evidence to prove it, including box scores showing that he appeared in the games there.
Who the fuck is Greg Smith, and why the fuck he said he was just in the league 2 years ago, and I have never heard of this nigga. It's like you said, hey, they say Greg Smith like this is a known nigga, like shit, that nigga Greg Smith, you ain't heard that nigga? Greg Smith is a nigga working at Walmart right goddamn now, stocking while we doing this show. Greg Smith is the name of motherfucker who typing in the comments right now.
Yeah. I don't even think he played for the Mad.
Greg Smith. I mean, you know what? A nigga named Greg Smith would put you up to some fuck shit. Think about it. You in the NBA, you a millionaire, and you trying to motherfucking you trying to do the NBA like you do an EBT card and shit and get the hookup on some benefits.
I bet he care about his family.
These niggas don't take care of their kids and nothing like that. They don't pay child support. They know drop top Camaras. They left their families. See, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, man, that it was definitely on some Dennis Rodman. I mean, like 18 players and the nigga wife. Somebody wife going down for this, dog. Like
a whole wife. She going
a whole.
Hey, it's got to be a Delilah in every scandal. You know what I mean?
I mean, but a nigga named Greg Smith probably was making a league minimum, but that league minimum still like what, $500,000?
Yeah, that veterans minimum, man.
You know what it is? I think people you trying to ball, like, you know how it is, like, okay, if you like a no-name motherfucker like Greg Smith, you deep on the bench and you on the team with LeBron, this nigga making $40 million a year and shit, he pulling up in all kind of crazy ass shit, and then you pull up in some regular ass shit.
Hey, but Big Baby, he got a shit, man. And Big Baby was active in the Big Three. So I really don't, you know what I mean?
But motherfuckers be running through that money, man. I mean, you know what? Yeah. It's easy for us to, talk about them. We fucking with it, we joking and stuff. But I can see how they could do it, because think about it. You getting that lifestyle, everybody bowing to your every. You think about it. You a nigga named Greg Smith in the NBA, and motherfuckers think you something. I mean, like, god damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. You got more money than most anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody wants you to take care of them. That's the thing. Like, mama wants you to take care of them.
That's the thing. They take care of their whole family.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Because they looking at LeBron like, damn, LeBron take care of his mama back. Why you can't take care of me, son? You like, mama, shit, I'm only making fucking $500,000 a year. I got to give like 10% of that to my agent. You got 10% for the agent. Then you got to pay your personal trainer. Then you got to pay your dietitian. Then you got to pay your side bitches. Then you got like them
taxes.
Yeah, them niggas be having, man.
You retainer.
Them niggas be having long bills, man. Like, and then a lot of it is a lot of money mismanagement too. But like,
yeah.
I mean,
but they should really have a program set up for these young black brothers to help them to wisely invest their money.
They do. The NBA has one. They do have one. Because remember, it's a players league, and Chris Paul, they got all that. It's just, I think these dudes just got greedy because, think about it. A lot of these players, and then Darius Miles and my nigga Darius Miles, the knuckleheads on that bitch.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think all this
the grip that some people just can't avoid the appeal of the grift. I think it's like a thrill or something. I got a different type of thrill seeking. It's called drugs and bitches, but you know what I'm saying?
But I think all this happened at the end of their career, though. Like they're still trying to get more money, and they found a loophole. And just like
Yep.
anybody, they gonna find like people would get those PPP loans or whatever it's
Mm-hmm.
called. They
Yep.
found a loophole, and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna
Grizzly,
go with it."
man.
Arkansas Moyo motherfucking ass give you 17 years in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They know they ain't had that no business. Look, they ain't had that no business giving that man no 17 years. And the motherfuckers who stormed the Capitol got 6 months and little bullshit misdemeanors 2 months and shit. These motherfuckers was trying to overthrow the government. They got less time than a nigga who just tried to
Hey,
do
you see how bad they had that black cop looking like Barney Fife?
right.
He like,
Right. I'm like, I mean, you know what? I ain't saying the brother shouldn't have got no time. I mean, because he did commit fraud and federal fraud, but I'm like 17 and a half years. I was thinking more he would probably get like 8 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Like 8 to 10
yeah,
years standard.
but you know, some crime ain't about being slick. It's about being bold. You know the gig gonna be up sooner or later. I don't
Yeah.
understand it,
And
but
then how and look,
I ain't
how
never
dare
been a
you
millionaire
be a
and lost.
nigga and be bold?
I ain't never been a millionaire and lost it. I'm scared some desperation is mixed up in there.
Yeah, but you know that's what they think. How dare you? How dare you? And you a nigga? Who is that nigga on that nag? He got a blue suit on. You like, nah, nigga, you ain't
Hey,
special.
but
But
maybe CJ McCollum will come up with a better plan for the veterans so they can have some good benefits and ain't got
yeah,
to go that extra desperation mode.
yeah,
But I heard Chris Paul was great at that though.
I heard Chris Paul was a good players. You know, he did his work. I don't know, alleged. I heard he did good work. We don't know, but I think he did. I think he did though. I would say he seemed to be a good guy, character, whatnot. But we're gonna throw it back to C. Lokester over there, and he got a with a little TV review for you. He's reviewing.
Ted
This
Lasso.
nigga is reviewing motherfucking Ted Lasso.
Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. I tried to really get into the show, and a lot of people love it. A lot of people. So Ted Lasso is basically about a football coach who went overseas, and now he's a soccer coach, and soccer is major everywhere. And it's a good comedy show. I'm gonna say that. And so if you like it, you love it, please continue to watch it. And I do say go out and stream it and binge watch it all you want to, but it ain't for me.
Hey, he looked like a poor man's Ron Burgundy.
Hell yeah. That motherfucker look like shit. That motherfucker look like he working a damn 7-Eleven or some shit. Like working Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, help you find shit, build
That's
shit.
Magnum PI porn stash he got
Hell
rocking
yeah.
there too.
Yes, he does.
Hell yeah. And then go ahead, Chris.
But now for the most binge watch show out here on Netflix, I want y'all to know hear about the Squid Games. Squid Games, believe it or not, was actually a rejected show 10 years ago, and the creator of the show, which his name is Hong Do Hyuk, he tried to get the show made 10 years ago, and he really kept pressing. And in 2019, Netflix agreed on it, and this show is based out of Korea, and then now the show is really caught on to the American public, and there's been a lot of controversy lately about the translations of what's going on in the movie because a lot of people are saying that a lot of what's being said is not what's actually being said in translation. But all due respect, it's still a good show. A lot of violence, so I suggest not to let the little ones watch this at all, even though they want to, because I know they heard of it. But it's definitely a good show for binge watching. The show basis is pretty much about childhood games, like playing ping pong and whatever.
Yeah, they was doing all kind of shit. Yeah, they was no red light, green light. They did
Yeah,
red
there you
light,
go.
green
Red light,
light.
green light.
Man, that shit was crazy, man. Yeah.
The crazy scene is the tug of war, which is on head on the tower, and basically you get pulled to your death.
Yeah, the tug war. And my favorite part was when that old man pissed on himself. It was an old man and that motherfucker. That nigga had piss stains, and then the dude, he was embarrassed. He was like, "Ooh," he was like, "Ooh," and he gave him his jacket and he put it around him and shit. And I was just like, "Damn!" Because they was going through a lot. Them niggas was bloody, stinking, and I'm like, "Damn, old man pissing on us." Man, Squid Game is out. Man, it's out the box. You got to check it out, man. It's
You
good
want to
work.
know what I really liked about it? In the first episode, how they built the character around the main guy, they really instilled some redeeming qualities within some of these people who seem to be out to get for money. But just like the guy that caught the main character in the first episode by the
Right.
collar during red light, green light, he didn't know him. He just did, you know what I'm saying? And that's the redeeming qualities of a character really keeps me, going sometimes. But hey, have you? If you listen to it with the regular Korean audio with English subtitles, the lips match, and I think the translation is a little better than
It
the
did.
English audio track.
It was the lips synced up real good because I kept thinking, I'm like, damn, is they speaking in English? I almost thought that, and I looked, I was like, damn, they didn't. I was like, but they got that shit damn near. Was just about as good as what's my nigga name?
Lupin.
Hell yeah, Lupin and shit. That nigga,
That's a good movie right there.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's a good
I
series.
heard that was good. That was recommended to me. I haven't gotten around to it.
I know because you lived it. Oh, Lupin looking nigga, that nigga living that shit for real. Nigga.
That's a show you should binge watch right there. Lupin is based out of France. It's about a master thief, and she's trying to balance his life of getting money and his family, and it's pretty
Okay,
much.
okay. So that just went from my long term to my short term to do list. Then
I heard that. Squid Game, another thing about Squid Game and Trivia, that money, it wasn't supposed to be like 40 billion, 45. Did they say million or billion?
$45 billion.
Would you,
oh, 45 billion won, which is probably around $1.35 in the English money.
would you do a Squid Game? Would either one of y'all do it? Like if a truck came up and they gave you the little card and shit, and they was like, all right, meet us here and shit, would you go ahead and do it? Or you'd be like, nah.
Well,
If I knew,
with my
Huh?
balance these days, I probably wouldn't do it unless it's like Squid Game piano or something like. Hey, I get up to name that too.
Yeah, like what if they had
I
like
can
a
play my
music
way out
Squid
of
Game?
a quandary, but
What if they
yeah.
had a music Squid Game and like if you had to play a certain like you had to play a certain song and if you ain't played like they cut your fingers off and shit like you get one finger cut off and shit like that.
Hey, but if they did Squid Game, the way I came up like kickball, double dutch, or some
Okay.
tetherball, we'd have been on. You know what I mean?
What if you had to do squid like what if you was gonna do Squid Game like let's say you had a dire ass situation you was like man I'm about to be out ass out like nigga homeless I have to do this like this is and then what if you go to Squid Game but it's only people like like people in your family and your friends and you gotta like kill these motherfuckers would you do it would you be like hey man would you talk to them be like look I know all y'all we need to tell them we don't want to do it because if y'all all come to consensus then they'll stop the game. That's how they do it on the show. So like, what if it's like if okay, would you rather do Squid Game if it was of course random people? You wouldn't have no problem killing them because you don't know the motherfuckers. But what if it was like when you showed up, it was like all people you love? Like, would you do it? And the money amount was like, let's give whatever amount that would you feel like would be like your number. Like if I got this nigga.
Y'all be like, if it's some distant cousins, let's play. Let's go play.
Hey, well, look at it. If you already signed up for Squid Games, you might as well just kill yourself anyway because you already failed in life.
It's almost like committing suicide though, ain't it? Think
Hey,
about it.
it's almost like Dancing with the Stars for celebrity. Like Dave Chappelle said, almost made that call.
I mean, because it's like going in the war. Like what you're signing up for. It's a chance you ain't coming back. You know what I'm
I
saying?
dropped my AirPods.
So no, you good. But it's like a suicide mission. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like once you sign up for that, like you said, you already lost. You already know, like That's like I couldn't do that shit. That shit was crazy, man. I couldn't do it. But C Loaster. Um, anybody check out what happened with BMF, the Black Mafia
BMF,
family?
Black Mafia family, based off its real life story out of Detroit, Michigan. Did y'all watch this episode?
Yeah, yeah, but even before we start talking about the details of the episode, I want to talk about how 50 Cent managed to come up with, another body of work, and it's different from the Power. It's a lot gritty. It's like true to Detroit. I mean, I ain't never lived in Detroit, but I done spent some time up in Detroit, and it represented fully. Now we can unpack the episodes, but we can wait on that too. But I really was impressed, and then it was nice not to hear him narrating over it too.
Exactly.
You don't want to hear me narrate over this shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all niggas, hey, yeah, go get the strap. This nigga out here talking all kind of crazy mess.
No, I like it, and it's new enough. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm impressed with it, and the characters are strong. The characters in there are strong.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
really
mean, I like it.
Yeah, I really never was into Big Meech that much because I wasn't a hip hop head my whole life. But the first I heard about Big Meech was when Young Jeezy came out talking about him like in Trap or Die and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but yeah, I'm a little on the outside looking in, but I really like I really like the characters.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then
I like, I like. Ooh, shoot, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I like, I like it because you see the human side or what led up to them
Right.
becoming who they were. You know what I'm saying? What led to him, becoming like he was. Like you can see like how they showed like his kind of family turned against him because what happened with his brother. So that's gonna make you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who love you, they don't want to fuck with you like that because they think you almost got some you start to feel like, damn, they love him more than me. But you know what I'm saying? Like um it's good just to see the story behind the story because like you said, all I knew about Big Meech, I mean, I knew about like you said, Jeezy and stuff, but I remember seeing it in the Source magazine. Basically, I just knew them as like I thought they was some dope boy niggas that was just flossing hard. That's what I thought they like. Them niggas got some money. They flossing hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They doing
I
their thing.
recognize the glasses.
hmm Like I had
Yeah.
never heard of none of their music, but then I didn't realize I did because Blue Da Vinci, and I was like, oh, okay, I heard of that dude before. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
um,
Fabulous and all that. Yeah.
right, right. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to BMF and you
Yeah,
know what? I'm gonna let y'all in on a little tidbit. I went to audition for that shit 2 years ago, nigga, in Atlanta, GA. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story. That nigga 50, like I was out there, we was out there in the line 6 a.m. I want to say it was 6 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. And I think 50 came at like I want to say like 5 o'clock or some shit like that.
Damn, it was
And
late
at
as hell.
man, we was out there in the hot Georgia sun, like to the point where motherfuckers made friends and shit. You made contacts and shit. Start looking out for motherfuckers.
races in the sun.
Look, they threw us. They was throwing niggas bottled waters and chips and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they had the audition. They had the crazy part is they had an audition at a club that was having a fucking day party. So it's motherfuckers trying to go. I kid you not. It was motherfuckers trying to go in the club for this day party, and we standing outside. They looking like, what the fuck? It was just all kind of confusion. Then, like before 50 got there, the BMF family, the real BMF family showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Meech's dad. I met Big Meech's dad out there. Shook his hand or whatever like that, and what I liked about Big Meech's dad, like from the movie, you could say he's real. He don't play no he don't take no shit. And
Yeah,
he had all them thug gangster ass niggas out there. He had all them motherfuckers in line. Cause like at first they was all over the place. They was like inviting their girls up there. Like basically people had stood in line to get an audition all day. And what happened was the BMF crew, not like the dudes like you would know, but they was part of, you know, the entourage or whatever. They started calling they little chicks up there and was like, yo, we filming up here, come up here for this audition. So the people who stood in line all day, we stood in line all day, we got gypped in line because they was just bringing they people they knew in and they girls, and they, and Big Meech's dad saw that shit and he didn't like that shit. He snapped. He was like, wait a minute, these people been out here all day to get a chance to audition and stuff. Y'all can't cheat them out of their chance. You know what I'm saying? So I respect to Big Meech's pops, and the big BMF family, and you know, all of them, and much respect, man, because I see what kind of pedigree they come from and stuff. So but I was mad at 50 ass, man, because that nigga, man, he showed up late, and then people was like, we gonna be able to get audition. He's like, yo, man, I'm gonna take y'all out, man. I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna have y'all come in, we do the audition like that. And he come in, this nigga, well, I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm about to get this audition with 50. Man, all of a sudden this nigga, I ain't gonna say little, but in real life, he ain't as big as he was on like TV. I like thought he was gonna be like nigga big as shit, but that nigga was like, oh, like that's a regular ass nigga. He hopped out, and that nigga hopped in the truck, and everybody's like, wait a minute, where you going? Where you going? He's like, oh man, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just sitting right here. I'm going, I'm sitting chill real quick. And next thing you know, that motherfucker, you seen the back of the lights of that motherfucker. That nigga was out. That nigga was out, and everybody was like, is he coming back? Is he coming back? I was like, man, no, that motherfucker ain't coming back. I'm like, man, I flew down here and stood in line all day for this to see this nigga just come and go. I'm like, man, but it was a hell of an experience, though. I'm glad it was funny, but I'm glad I got that. I wish I could have got on the show and got the audition, but hey, it wasn't my time for that. But it's all
And
good.
you
Shout
got in
out
the
to
room, though. And you got in the room.
I got in the room, man. I tried to. Hey, on the other news, man, we're gonna go to the top story. Let's go to the top of the mountain. Actually, before we get to the top of the mountain, something big happened this week. Something I didn't recognize because I'm old as shit. But Facebook, and Facebook owner of Instagram and WhatsApp, they fuck around and was down for some hours. I believe that was earlier this week. I didn't notice it because I'm not usually on social media like that, actually on Facebook like that, because I was at work. But it was down this week, and that leads me to the young lady you see down on the icon. That lady, she is the whistleblower of Facebook. Basically, her whistleblowing was letting everybody know that Facebook knows that they basically push hate propaganda and like all kind of like bad. So basically, when you scrolling through your timeline, they purposely put stuff that's gonna piss you off so you stay engaged and you keep fucking with Facebook. That was one of the things that was I think she had documents and stuff. She was on 60 Minutes and everything for this, and also it was alleged, well, actually documented, whatever, all the information she had, that Facebook knowingly knows is basically they knowingly push teenage girls, ask the teenage girls for them to be conscious about their bodies. So which is crazy. And then they
Like
got
body image issues.
yeah, but there you go, body image and issues. So did you guys notice any of that, or about Facebook going down and all that kind of stuff this
Well,
week?
hey, I'm not active on social, but when I started getting back-to-back texts, I knew something was wrong. I was at work, and then all of a sudden I'm getting text messages. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But hey, man, don't whistleblowers usually end up pushing up daisies?
Yeah, I mean, because you think about it, Snowden ass is over in Russia right now. That motherfucker Snowden.
Exactly. And then we talk about this chick roll over on them, take their receipts up to the SEC, and she living to talk about it. There's something up with that.
Yeah, and then the whistleblower, I'm gonna get her name right. Frances Hogan. She is one whistleblower that says Facebook chooses profits over safety. She says Facebook basically knowingly does this type of this fucked up ass shit, like putting all this kind of body shame, or and also
Yeah.
like ads about like they send like ads to little kids about dating and Do you want to find a date and the love of your life and all this stuff? So over
Right.
sexualizing kids and shit like that. This is all in the 60, the 60. Well, no, it wasn't the 60 minutes that she showed that. It was in the hearing. So you can probably find it online. Go to like CNN or one of the major.
Yeah. I think somebody trying to circle the wagons around big tech now. Probably some political party. And I think they had a common interest because this chick shouldn't be living and walking the street. I mean, she got on 60 Minutes talking big smack, and then
Big
Right.
smack.
come on, man. And I don't know, man. I smell fish.
And now this is what she said. I'm gonna quote her. She said, I've seen a bunch of social networks, and it was substantially worse at Facebook than what I had ever seen before. Ms. Hogan said she added Facebook over and over again and shown it chooses profit over safety. And now Facebook did fire back. Facebook fired back and was like, well, you can't pay any mind what the fuck she say. She didn't have nothing to do. She didn't work in that department that handled that because there was they have like a civil or a quality, what would be like a quality assurance department, And what happened was they dismantled their quality assurance department. But Facebook is saying this bitch stole documents. She wasn't part of that department, so don't believe what the fuck she say. We ain't doing this shit. But I kind of think that they probably is basically doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers killing themselves over social media and shit. So what does that tell you? So
And they like creating hate and dividing the country and all that propaganda stuff. They push that out there for you to see.
hell yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it goes back to what you were saying, like, oh yeah, black people are attacking Asians. Let's keep pushing that out there for everybody to see.
Yep. We can push our propaganda, our narrative, or that black people hate gay people. That's a big thing that they try to push to say. And it's funny that they always try to push that when everybody know like black people love gay people. Like look at the choir director in the church. That's always one that they all. What I'm saying, we love the choir director in the church that be having one of them loud ass brass suits on and shit, and they be finger waved up. But we love them. What I'm saying. And because they, what I'm saying, we love them, and then, or your or your cousin, or you got that stud cousin. She like girl, she could hoop good. Like, damn, my cousin Danielle, she used to always hoop with us when we was kids. She used to be
Always
breaking
roll
niggas'
the
ankles and shit. She like the same shit I like. Yeah, she do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think I know that just like I know some black America, we don't agree with maybe the lifestyle, but I don't think it's a thing. I don't think it's a group. I don't think there's a group of black people or black men or women that's sitting around like plotting like, hey, let's go kill some gay people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's happening. I think we got other shit to worry about other than our cousin and shit who we already knew been gay since we was 5. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about him like, oh, what that nigga, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just like you said, narrative pushing, and that's the big agenda and all that. And now another guy in the news, I'm gonna go over these quick here, is Mr. Don Lemon. Don Lemon, call him Lemony Finger Don. Don. Yeah, lemon finger Don, man. Don got in trouble, y'all. He got his ass in trouble because he got a sexual assault charge on him. He was like basically they said he was like basically scratching his balls or ball sack area and anus area, rubbing it in his pants, then making this other guy sniff it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's what he was trying to come on to the dude. He was like, smell, like the dogs smell each other's butts. So he was
smell what the lemon's cooking.
Can you smell what the lemon's cooking? They don't call me Don for nothing, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Lemon drop.
You smell that lemon?
You smell that lemon? This lemon drop, Don. Call me lemon drop.
You can smell it.
You can smell it. Can I inhale it? So, but they said that the dude, and they said that now Don ran up on a dude a couple times. It was like it wasn't just no little cute. They said he really got like physical, and you know what I'm saying, and kept putting his fingers on the dude's face and stuff. So, I don't know, man. I don't know about.
Has this been vetted?
Yes. This is these allegations. There is a lawsuit. There is a lawsuit. and I'm gonna let you know a little bit about it. Basically,
I
it
want
was
to know. I want to know who put this out.
well, it happened in a New York bar. It said, and it is a bizarre sexual, assault charge. But it was a bartender. He was a bar. The guy who he did it to was a bartender in New York's Tony Hamptons. Last year, he filed a civil suit earlier this week, and basically, actually, and no pun intended, he had offered Don a drink, and you know what the drink was? A lemon drop. Lemon.
He said this would be a lot better with lip extract, motherfucker.
It said Lemon declined the offer. Heist claimed that he claimed, but later approached him inside the establishment. He said Lemon put his hands down the front of his own shorts, vigorously rubbed his genitalia, removed his hand. He rubbed it like a genie.
Not
Removed his
vigorous.
hand. Yeah.
Vigorous.
Shoved his index and middle fingers into the plaintiff's mustache and under the plaintiff's nose. He made him smell that booty snot. And
What he said some of that boo-booic play.
Bussy juice, yeah, the Boo-Booic Chronicles. Bussy juice. What when they say Bussy gang, Bussy gang, Bussy gang, Bussy gang, Bussy gang.
Gang.
Them niggas Bussy gang. Yeah. Don, but really, you know what? On some real shit, now that I'm thinking about it, Don was probably just trying to, check him. And like you could say, like, nigga, what hood you from? You know what I'm saying? He was like, Bussy gang, nigga, smell this. Nigga, where you from?
Gang.
Yeah, Bussy gang. You smell this. He was checking him and shit. He was checking that nigga in the bar and shit.
He said, smell these macaroons.
Smell this. He tried to get Don Lemon husband or some shit like that, or he got mad or whatever. But yeah, man, that's crazy,
Ain't
man.
Don married?
Yeah, he married to some white dude. I don't know the dude's name, but yeah, he married to some white dude.
So he being unfaithful and
Because at one time,
willy-nilly.
right, at one time, Don Lemon was real butt broken. He was kind of like cooning a lot, and then all of a sudden he got like real. All of a sudden, ever since the pandemic, he started getting real black.
You said buck broken, didn't you? Broken. I was like, oh hell no.
Buck Broken. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Buck Broken movie. Check it out. It's definitely a good watch. And for the kids, good watch. But kids that are older, I would say at least 13 into preteens and stuff like that, because they talking about buck breaking. So yeah. But yeah, man, Don, after the pandemic and George Floyd, he started just like, what happened? It seemed like he started being black first instead of gay first. You know what I'm saying? Like he started to try to get on his James Baldwin shit, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit. But he ain't nowhere near James Baldwin. James Baldwin was talking that shit. Because I saw old it was like an old press
debate.
panelist. Yeah, with Dick Gregory on there, James Baldwin.
Yeah.
That's legendary. That's real shit. Check that out, y'all. But yeah, moving right along. I want to send another one. I want to get it in real quick. The missing Mrs. Kiera Coles of Chicago, Illinois. This young lady, we want to take a moment and shout this sister out. She was a postal worker who is still missing. And basically she came up, her mom snapped off because Gabby Pietro, and I apologize, I'm not saying her name right. The young white lady who was found, her remains found, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to talk about, right. I don't do people like that, not depending on you, but Kira Coles has been missing since 2018. And think about this, she was delivering mail. They snatched her up when she was working. And there's been no news coverage about the young lady. There's been no like nothing. There is a $45,000 reward for any information as far as like if they could, if you have her, know her whereabouts and can help, please definitely call the Chicago PD. The Chicago Police Department with any information, and there is a $45,000 reward out there. Kiera, she was also pregnant at the time she went missing, so we hope that she has a safe return. We keep up prayers for her family and her friends, and definitely this story hits close to home because I'm originally from we're from Indiana, Gary, Indiana, and Chicago's right there. So, and then a lot of people, like I said, didn't know that this happened, didn't even know about it. So, if you have any information, please do that for her, get that information up for her family. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they want to see her and have peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? So, we at the weekend
It's a
podcast.
resolution to it,
Right,
yeah.
right. Well, we send our best wishes and our well wishes. And like I said, any information, please call the Chicago Police Department. And I don't have a direct number, but you can Google it. It will come up. I think there is a number, a general number you could call with any information.
911.
All right. And damn, I don't know why I was saving this. You know what time it is. This fight motherfucking time. God damn it.
Time. It is time. Let's get ready to rumble.
The motherfucking
We
rumble.
got the big fight. We got Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. We have Tyson Fury that's 30-0-1 with 21 KOs. We have Deontay Wilder that's 42-1-1 with 41 KOs.
Mm.
And you guys think?
Mm.
Do you care?
I think I care. Yeah, I think long. You know what? Fury, I think he'll get his ass whipped long as he don't put no weight in his gloves like he did last time. He did it homeboy head. You can't even do that with a human hand. They say that big ass Diddy hand. They said there's no way you can do that with a human hand. So long as he don't put that damn hand weight in his glove, I think. I mean, you know what? I'm not to say he's gonna get mollywopped because he's still a good fighter. I think I'm gonna give it to Wilder, man. I think he gonna redeem himself this time. You know what I'm saying? Don't wear no. Hope he don't wear no heavy ass armor or no shit like that this time either. He's just going that bitch like Mike Tyson with like boots with no socks on and black. You know what I'm saying? Let's go handle business.
So where is this fight taking place at?
Oh, this fight is taking place in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good old Vegas.
Is that where the Raiders play? Las Vegas Raiders?
Oh yeah. That's where
that's their crib, ain't it?
Oh yeah. We call that little LA.
A lot.
Hey, but I don't know, man. I give Deontay Wilder a puncher's chin, but he has done some homework. I've been watching a little film. I mean, he's been really kind of close to the sleeve about it, but I don't know, man. It don't look good for my man Deontay Wilder to me. Yeah, I don't know that. I think he's like what plus 240.
You don't think he looking good? You think he too heavy?
No, it ain't about the way he looked, man. It's about the boxing. And
now his skill set, I'm with you on that. He doesn't have a very high skill set, but if he catch your ass, you go.
That's the thing, but he didn't already caught Tyson Fury, put him down in the 12th round, and Tyson Fury came back and won that same round. I mean, had he not knocked him down twice in that first match, it wouldn't even have been a draw.
But I thought like knockdowns supposed to take precedence over anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, knockdowns guarantee a 9-point round for the loser, and then if you lose the round, then it's an 10-8 round. But
educate
with him, with him being knocked down, the most he could get in that round was 9, and he came back and pretty much won that round. So it was a 9-9 round in the 12th round of the first fight. Now we all know what happened in the second fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just.
Why did he have to cheat? Like, okay, now because I think I'm not like in the boxing like this. Why did he have to cheat now? Because Tyson Fury got a better skill set than Wilder. That's widely known, I think, and I agree. From what I know, I mean, I'm not a boxing guru.
I never really bought into him cheating. I think that Deontay Wilder refused to accept the loss. That's where I boil it down to.
How do you make up? Where do you put the dent in the side of his head? They said that it can't be done with the human hand. That had to be.
Well, maybe he got soft scar tissue right there. Maybe
Well,
it's soft.
maybe it could be done with 2 human hands. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he
They said,
was.
no, they said there's no way a human hand you can bust somebody's skull like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no they
Hey,
said scientifically you can't do it.
I don't have the names, but remember that UFC women's match where that woman had the pumpkin head deluxe after the match?
It's a deluxe.
The PhD, the pumpkin head deluxe. That happens from
But this is with boxing gloves on, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got
hey,
boxing gloves on.
hey man. And he got beat.
Huh?
I said he just got beat, you know, and I didn't see it coming but when I saw him get up like the Undertaker in the 12th round, he was dead to rights.
He said
Got
Undertaker.
up at that point in time. He had real estate in Wilder's head. So, but maybe I know Deontay. I heard or read where Deontay Wilder picked up some new combos. Now, if this is the case, then he has a puncher's chance to, more than one way to set up that eraser, as Teddy Atlas would say. People right again.
How about 187 with my glove in his mouth, fool, as Carter Q. Williams would say. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, these guys. I mean, my favorite boxer of all time, my favorite boxer is Lennox Lewis. And he up to fight Tyson here pretty soon. Him and Tyson gonna go. Did you hear about that one?
Which one?
Well, we'll go into more detail about it, but Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis do another one of the fight. Yeah, Tyson's already training. He's
I'm scared, no, man. I'm scared, man. I don't know about that, man.
Hey, Tyson looked good against Roy Jones. Nobody's gonna lose. Nobody's gonna get knocked the fuck out. It's money grab, and I'm happy that Mike Tyson's able to do
Lennox
this.
Lewis is a big dude, and I think that
that's true.
I don't know. Now I don't know, but I would wager that. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me bring it back. I'm a big time Mike Tyson fan. I think Mike can. I knew he was gonna whoop Roy, but because he's in better shape. Roy, you see how he looked. But if Lennox Lewis is still in boxing shape, he might be able to get Mike, man. But if he like I'm this is Lennox Lewis, nigga. I've been eating motherfucking all kind of motherfucking Travis Scott meals and shit like that.
Roy was a heavyweight, right?
Hey, Lennox ain't never been about play. He only got one loss in his career.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I'd be interested in seeing how that goes. I would. No,
2. I'm sorry, 2. Because Ivan Rockman knocked him out, and then the other guy, Oliver, somebody knocked him out.
That's crazy, man. Damn.
But yeah, stay tuned to that. And then I don't know, man. I say Fury on points.
You say Fury on points?
I agree to that. Yeah.
I got Wilder with a knockout.
Early or middle?
I'm gonna give him a knockout in the 6th.
Damn, that's early.
I'm gonna give him a 6-round knockout. I think he gonna go off. I think at the latest between the 6th and the 8th. Give me the 6th and the 8th.
I don't know. I mean, Fury did have COVID, so it might have affected him. But he said it's the best shape he's ever been in. So we'll see.
So I hope Wilder ain't just talking like WrestleMania talk and whatnot. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But I believe him. I believe, like, think about it. If somebody put a hand weight in there and bust your skull up, and you knew you should have won that fight, you gonna go in kind of pissed off with a chip on your shoulder. So I'm thinking that he gonna come in there ready to handle business, put short work. You know what I'm saying? Make believers, because like even it's a lot of people that just think like you have your same perspective, Mike, when about him being like, well, I kind of feel like Fury is the better fighter, so he want to shut those critics down, and the only way he gonna be able to shut that down for me is knockout.
Win.
knockout.
No, just win. Just to win. If you beat him all around,
I wouldn't say he would do it if it's a decision and Wilder win. That don't really put it like hands down. You know what I'm saying? No, if he knock him out, ain't nothing nobody could say. That's what he got to do to me to redeem himself. Or
I
we gonna
think
be
it'll
like
be more
Wilder
fair
4.
for
It's gonna be
Wilder.
like
If Wilder outboxed that man over 12 rounds, I think that would play more into some legacy type stuff, because everybody think that Wilder ain't a strong boxer, but he has that right hand that if anybody get touched by it, they're not getting back up. Right. I think Fury did. You know what I'm saying? And just to see, like, okay, so Wilder went the distance against Vern the first time, came back, killed him. Ortiz went the distance the first time, came back, killed him. And then with Fury, went the distance the first time and got his ass whooped on the second time. So it's a little different now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited, and I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna pay that money for that one, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my on me with a Hellcat free service streaming, and you know what I'm saying, get the Omi package. I'm gonna use that Omi package. Allegedly, a shout out to the Omi homeboy.
Where you watch that great championship batting down the hatch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some we got some now. We got a little bit of straight little bit of news we got to talk about right now. Is we got to talk about what happened in Bend, Oregon. It was something major went down in Bend, Oregon. There was a brother who basically got shot because he was complimenting this other gentleman's on the right hand side's girlfriend at the strip club. Now, it was some racial motivation in it at the end, I guess. After he shot him, people said that it was people saying racial epithets towards him and all kind of stuff, and laughing at the fact that he got shot and almost died, he got killed. You know what I'm saying? Basically, our brother on the left, and it's just crazy how this country, things can happen at the drop of a dime. Not just at the drop of a dime, but like in this case, it's hard because it's like, damn, like this brother just got his life taken, complimenting the girl. But other people say that he wasn't just complimenting, they liking it to Emmett Till, and he wasn't just complimenting his girl. He was being aggressive towards this dude's girl. And he knew it was girl. Like, nigga, this my girl. But he's like, so what? So what do you guys think about this? Let's see here.
From what I heard that he got shot down. I heard he took it gracefully. And that's what people were saying, that he took it gracefully. I didn't hear any reports about him being, aggressive. But I mean, it's hard not to, and I hate to use the word trigger, but there's a lot of anchor cues to do with this story, not to fly the Emmett Till flag, but I mean, it's like modern day that shit, man.
Well, I heard there was a confrontation between both of them. Like there was a physical fight, and I think the boy on the right, he was probably losing that fight, and that fight kept going and going. And he went to his car and got his gun, which doesn't justify it at all. Like if you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight. And to me, fighting over a woman that's you not married to, that's some bitch ass shit.
Yeah, the way that motherfucker looked, he couldn't have went past.
That's what I said. And you see, our brother got that lick in. You see, dude, eye swole up. You see that black eye he got. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was probably. He got messed up, didn't he?
Yeah, he probably got stole on and then shot him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
know why I thought that the police did that. He got his ass kicked.
yeah, man. Basically, so that dude, that guy, he's facing 2nd-degree murder charges in the death of the brother, in I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Deschutes County District Attorney John Hummel says 27-year-old Ian Cranston, that's the white dude on the right, fatally shot 22-year-old Barry Washington Jr. on our brother on the left. And on September 19th, after Washington complimented his girlfriend outside of a nightclub in Bend, Oregon. The grand jury indicted Cranston on 6 charges Thursday in connection to the shooting, including second-degree murder. District attorney says the case is racially charged, but hate crime charges haven't been filed against Cranston, who was white, due to insufficient evidence. Washington was black, as we see our brother there. In a news conference Thursday, Hummel spoke about the country's history of lynching black men for talking to white women. Says hundreds of people called and wrote into his office to remind him of that. Hummel also said he informed Washington's mother, Mrs. LaWanda Roberson, of the stronger charges against her son's alleged killer, and she thanked God. Cranston's attorney says video evidence shows Washington attacked his client first, and he accuses the district attorney of fanning the flames of an intense situation. Cranston initially faced manslaughter charges. He's being held without bail. The case remains under investigation. I'm really surprised he's being held without bail. Usually they can get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So thank God for that. I kind of feel like it is a racial thing then, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was having the perspective like, oh man, well, what if he was just fucking with the girl, and like dudes, like the girl was like, oh, I got a man, you know how some motherfuckers, you've been with like what motherfuckers be aggressive towards
Of
your
course,
girl.
this shit was racial, man. Okay, Bend, Oregon, the black population makes up about 0.25%. So really, by the numbers in Bend, it's 4 black people there, and one of them are dead now. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you think about it, they first let that dude out on bail, Mr. Cranston. He got out on bail, but it wasn't until the DA came. Why did the DA have to come into it?
Yeah, I mean, the DA, he I guess basically because of, like you said, it was racially motivated. Like you said, Oregon, it ain't a lot of black people, and Oregon history, the state itself has a harsh history against black Americans dating all the way back to the 20s and beyond.
Portland.
Yeah, especially Portland. The only thing black they got in Portland is the motherfucking basketball team. Shit, we grew up in the Jailblazers era. Remember they called them the Jailblazers and shit? That's fucked up.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is the reaction of the people that are there. They're cheering it on and laughing and thinking it's okay.
Throwing out racial slurs and stuff. Yeah, man.
But me as a black man, when I get there, I'm scanning the whole audience and see who's black in there. Because just in case something like that jump off, you want to see who gonna have your back.
Yeah, you want to get that nod, like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Read the room.
And if you go somewhere and you see a black person and then you try to give them 9, they look at you like, I'm not with him, then you already know what time it is with them too. You know what I'm saying? So you know you're in there by yourself. Like, you're like, oh, bro, he didn't. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, damn, man. Come on.
Yeah, and probably the other black people in Bend, since it's 4 people, probably live in the same house with him, so he know he up there.
Right. Like he was the whole black population and shit there.
Hell yeah, the black delegation.
Yeah, it was crazy when I was used to work on the road and stuff, man. I used to get sent to places like Missoula, Montana, and motherfucking Idaho Falls, Idaho. I'm telling you. I remember when I went to Missoula, Montana, I went to the airport and I was like, I knew I was gonna be only like. It was so bad that like before I left Chicago to go to Montana, the lady at the desk asked me, she's like, "Sir, are you sure you're supposed to get on this flight? You know this is going to Montana, right?" I swear I'm not making this up. She was like, "Are you sure?" It was a sister too. She was like, "You sure you supposed to be on this flight, my nigga?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to be on here." She's like, "I'm just trying to make sure you." Right. She was looking out for me. She was just trying to make it. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting." When I got off the plane, all I seen was cowboy hats and boots. So I'm walking through the airport. I get to the last part. They had a small little ass airport. So you get to the last part. Right to my right, I see a brother with a cowboy hat. He had a little sandwich shot. He look at me. I look at him. He go like this. And I said, all right. All right. I went around there and got some food from. This your stand, man. You run this yours? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, ain't many of us, right? He's like, hell no. He says, that's when I seen you. I said, oh, there go one of my brothers. Let me get him over here. And he hooked me up as far as he made food and stuff, told me where to go, not to go.
Armadillo sliders and
Yeah,
shit.
he gave me the layout. He was like, if you go out, don't go to this bar. But if you go here, don't stay out this late. You know what I'm saying? The cops over there is like this. Or he gave me the green book. Like when I got to
Yeah,
that
gave you the
motherfucker,
rundown. Okay,
he
the
gave me the
green book.
green
Okay,
book.
I feel you.
Yeah, he gave me that
No,
shit.
Now explain to everybody the importance of that head nod.
The importance is that's letting me know that I got a brother there. I got family there. This is home team.
Like,
Like
yeah, I recognize you. If it go
I
down, it's a
recognize you. Yep,
It's an unspoken language. It's an
Mhm.
unspoken language.
My next travel, when I went to Idaho Falls, I met a black couple. I seen one black couple because I was doing this thing I didn't go get into what I was doing, but I was working a pretty decent job. It was for through government or whatever, and in Idaho Falls, a number of white people, and all of a sudden in line, I see this black couple. And when I got them in that office, I said, "What is y'all doing?" I said, "What the hell is y'all doing out here?" They said, "Man, we work for the government, and we from DC." And I was like, "Straight up?" And he's like, "Yeah." They say, "You know what? Here go our number. Come on over to dinner tonight." I said, "What?" And
right.
he said, man, well, I'll take you fly fishing. I got the river right in my backyard, man. We gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? And I said, what made y'all move out here? And he was like, man, we wanted to get away from our damn family. They was getting on our nerves and shit. So they moved all the way, they was, because in DC, they from DC and they were government jobs. So they transferred all the way out there. And I said, y'all like the only black people I seen out here. I only seen only other people of color I seen like Mexicans and shit. And no bullshit. The Mexicans gave me, and they don't usually fuck with us like that, but the Mexicans gave me a head nod. I was like, the glance to see the Mexicans. My brothers was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Okay." I said, "Okay, y'all. Okay, I fuck with you, Jose. All right, I know what time it is because they was letting me know too. So they was on. You know, what I'm saying they was looking out, and then the black couple, I went and ate with them and shit. They cooked me dinner. His wife cooked fish. We went out there fishing. It was cool. Another crazy person I met in that trip though. I met a white Crip dog. No bullshit. No disrespect. No, I don't gang bang or nothing. I'm not in that. So if y'all see me out and about, don't try to approach me. But I know of the culture. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of family in it or whatever. But it was a dude he said he was a white Crip. And what's crazy? Out of all the white people there, when I was in Idaho, none of them fucked with me like that. But the white Crip fucked with me. He was like, "What's up, brother?" I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, he had a blue rag hanging out. He had a wife beater on and shit. He was cool though. But what he did, he was like a cashier at a gas station. He was cool. So he was putting me up on shit. Like I was like, man, I said, where you get the herb at out here? He's like, oh, I got you, man. I got you. Just come back tomorrow. And he had that shit for me too. He was cool as fuck, man. Like he was,
Oh, okay. I went to say, "Oh, I got me one."
Yeah, but you know what? But I still kept him. I fed him with a long tooth. Like I'm not trying to hang with you and shit, motherfucker. You ain't about to set me up, but we could be cool and shit. While we here, put me. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's good to travel to see other parts. But like if you're gonna travel, especially if you're a person of if you're a foundational Black America ADOS, or if you're a black person, period, Caribbean, whatever you is, if you're a black person, like a real black person, black all the way through, and you travel this country and you go to places where it's just not a lot of numbers of us. I would say try to go with numbers or a couple people with you. Try to be, you know what I'm
Keep
saying?
your
Just be
level
safe.
for somebody to latch on to.
Right. I'm not just saying punk out or no shit like that, but just you got the right to do what you want to do, but just be safe. You know what I'm saying? Just know you'll be aware of your surroundings and you know what I'm saying, what they own and what they doing and how they look. You know what I'm saying? Like me, after that, I kind of just stayed in my after work. I worked there. I just went to my room and just chill. Like I ain't fucking with these motherfuckers out here like this. I fuck with the black family that fed me, and it was just like being at the crib. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying. But after that, it was just like, ah. But we go just about almost wrap it up, fellas. One more thing, we had another big news story. I got to kind of got off track, and I'm sorry about that, but I know y'all forgive me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And welcome back. We here, the Weekend High Podcast. Thank you for fucking with us. But we got another story, another breaking news story. I have this young brother. I hate to talk about it. It was a brother, little young brother. He was the accused Accused high school shooter Timothy Simpkins. He has been released on $75,000 bison. They done got Timothy out of there. That's his picture there. That's his mug shot. I hated putting his picture and mug shot up only because you notice they don't put mug shot pictures up of kids, but they got his face plastered every damn where.
No,
I'm sure if he was a different persuasion, they wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying, have him out there. But that's just something, to think on. But on Thursday, accused high school shooter Timothy Simpkins, he was released, $75,000 bond. Shortly before his release, his family spoke out on his behalf. They stated he was getting bullied before the shooting occurred. Uh, Carol Harrison, a spokesman for this family, said he was scared, he was afraid. There was a video that's all out on social media that showed he was being attacked. It wasn't just one person that would attack him and bully him and taking his money, harassing him due to the fact that he had more things than maybe others. So they was jealous of what he had. So basically, he had to take, you know, basically we had to take a look at the fact that bullying is real and it takes us all. And I do apologize, ask family for forgiveness of any type of hurt. That's what the spokesperson said. Um, so basically, four people got injured, two were shot, and three were hospitalized. Thankfully, all three of those people hospitalized are expected to survive. One male student who was in intensive care unit is out of surgery, and they were they were taking classes at Timberview High School, uh, and their class actually got canceled, but it was Timberview High School that this incident happened in. And so I hate to have a young man's picture up here, but that I just wanted to show an example. Like they just now, before they used to put kids' pictures up. I remember this should happen. His picture was like, bam. I'm like, and I've seen instances where police kill people and they ain't put the cops' pictures up. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But as soon as his brother did something, they put his picture up and he's only 17. Um, Bullying is real, and I got bullied growing up and shit, but I don't know if it was on this level. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that we was ready to take it to that level. Like we
As
started
yeah.
carrying knives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was ready to stab a motherfucker up for mine, shank your ass for my shit, because I was tired of niggas walking up behind me, telling me, man, let me get a quarter. Let me get a quarter. Okay, I got your motherfucking quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sad the young man tried to take matters in his own hand and get the busting off at
you can fucking
motherfuckers and
hit his
shit.
breaking point. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I dealt with a little bullying in middle school. I was getting bullied a little bit, and that shit is not for the weak, man.
Yeah,
That shit is real. And I know I have some homicidal thoughts. Never suicidal, but just some hostile flashing thoughts. But I ain't always been this big. I was a little guy coming up and being bullied, man. That is not for the meek.
Right. Right. Yeah, it's hard out here for these children, and any kids out here or parents that are going through this, take time to talk to your children. And if they're getting bullied, make sure every day check their backpacks. I'm sorry, check their backpacks because they will try to sneak a gun to school if it gets to that point.
Never
Everybody
can be
has a
too
breaking
full.
point.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's bullying stuff. Yeah, like, I mean, damn, like these kids are stressed. I mean, you gotta think America itself is needs mental help, man. Like a lot of people, with the pandemic, all kind of stuff. Like people are on edge, anxiety is high, depression is high. Um, I don't like to, talk about other countries and shit because America has a big racism problem. But like one thing, I used to work for a foreign company. I know I'm like they like damn that nigga worked every goddamn what the fuck James Bond ass nigga. But I
It's
worked for this
everybody.
UK company, and one thing I want to say, I learned a lot about the UK through that company by talking to people from the UK. So I used to talk to them every day for 8 hours, and they would tell me that like they could actually take time 6 months off to a year for mental health and still get paid. They
Wow.
don't, all they have to do is say that they can't. I think they can't handle it. They have an emotional breakdown, and then they
Turn
still
it up to here.
So basically, it just be like almost they'll get
I
like
need that.
a mental break and get like what's equivalent to like unemployment. Because I don't know if I don't believe they. I want to say I don't think they get the full wage, but I think they get like 90% of it or some ridiculous number, or
Right.
85% of it. You know what I'm saying?
Like a short term mental stress break.
Right. Yeah. But I know it's still enough for them to maintain their bills and maintain, and they ain't got to worry. Because, think about it. They don't want them to have a mental break and then they worried about trying to pay bills. Actually, no, I take that back. I think it's 100%. I don't think they still get their full. The reason they get it is because in the UK, at least at this time when this is a couple, I would say maybe maybe 8 years back, that employers over in the UK, if let's say if you work for a motherfucker and you like, okay, I'm ready to get payday, I'm ready to get paid. The employer could be like, you know what, man, you did work hard, but I can't pay you. Like they can like not get
Hey
paid.
Nation.
Yeah, and see what they would do when the people didn't get paid. I used to work for the company that dealt with finance, so I deal with loans. So these people would take out small business loans because they'd be like, my employer, he said I worked for a whole month. He said he can't pay me, and there's nothing they could do about it.
That's
You know what I'm
hilarious.
saying? Like I don't think the employer is just doing it to be a dick or nothing. I think that's like the business didn't make a lot of money, so they can't afford to pay them. But like they're like over here, your employer can't say, "Oh, I just can't pay you." No, that ain't how it work.
Oh, yeah, that
It'd be
shit
a
ain't going
mother,
down no
it'd be
field.
some shit burnt down over in this motherfucker. Motherfucker don't get their paycheck. You know what I'm saying?
It'll
I
be
don't give a fuck if it's
fucked.
$50. A motherfucker will kill you over a
Hell
$50
yeah, I can't
paycheck.
bring no money home to my family after working a full week's wages. You can kiss my black ass on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers owe me 2 hours. I want my motherfucking $16. You know what I'm saying? But like over there,
15
yeah,
bucks.
$15. Yeah. They over there, over there, they won't over there they could do that. And they also have over there what's called the ombudsman. Ombudsman is like like the Better Business Bureau, but they got muscle, meaning like they'll send like some goons out and come take your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let's say you owe taxes, they'll send the UK goons out to come bring that shit on in,
Yeah,
man.
that ombudsman. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's wild. But we're gonna wrap it on up. I think we covered everything. I hope y'all had fun fucking with us. We would
Press
definitely
like.
appreciate y'all fucking with us,
All
man.
right.
Definitely hit the like button, the subscribe button, and
Hey, I want to take a second, guys. I want to
yeah.
give a shout out to my friend C Mac. He just recently went through a little trial and tribulation, but he came out on the living end, winning end and stuff.
What's
I
up?
just want to say prayers out to you, C Mac. My
What
guy,
up,
man.
D-Mac? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're doing good, man.
Get better, my nigga. Yeah.
Well,
Shout
my
out.
brothers, it's been a pleasure, man. This was a great first run again. But hey, this was tight. I feel good about this one. I love you guys.
Yeah.
It was a stone cold groove,
Stone
my
Cold.
man.
Well, we thank y'all. We definitely thank y'all for watching us. We thank y'all for fucking with us, and we gonna come back to y'all next weekend and get it on in. So you can contact us at the Weekend High Podcast at Gmail, just at gmail.com, just at gmail.com. And thank you for fucking with us. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Definitely don't let the stress of the week tear you up, because you always got a little weekend to look forward to, and you got us to look forward to. Your brothers at the Weekend High Podcast. Peace. We are out.